For a man who spent most of his childhood in the village, Paul Mukoma's life was normal, like many of his peers, as he struggled to pursue basic education owing to his humble family background. Even after completing his secondary education, he had to raise his college tuition fee by manning the family matatu, where he served as a tout.
So I was there, doing farming and planting potatoes and all that. And after that, we bought a small matatu. A pickup, those matatus that people face each other, that transport people in the village there. So, and that's how I became a tout, because I was the one operating the matatu. So I was a manager, but again I was a tout, and I had to hang on the matatu and learn the whole business for a whole year and a half.
He eventually enrolled for a food and beverage course, graduating as a waiter in 2001, and as expected, he secured employment in 2 reputable restaurants in the city before eventually losing his job.
I was working at Green Corner as a waiter. Before now, I resigned from Green Corner, worked in only one more restaurant, called the Pavement Cafe at Westlands, and then I think I was fired. From Pavement. At Pavement I was fired. I think that was not my line. So after that I never went back to the hotel. That's when I met Juguna.
It was during his subsequent search for alternative employment that he met his former lecturer, who was by then a part-time photographer. The lecturer invited him to be his assistant, and being desperate, he took up the offer.
At that time I was ready for anything, but God now led Juguna. We met, and now when we started doing the photographs, when I looked at his photographs and I saw how good they were, I knew this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
3 years under the tutelage of his former lecturer, Mukoma managed to hone his camera operating skills mainly during weddings and church services, before eventually calling it a day to go on his own.
Actually, I was prompted by clients who came looking for me. When I left the production I was doing, some people came looking for the person who was doing some of the music videos I was doing when I was there. So they were directed to me, and now here they came. I don't have a studio, I don't have a camera. All I have is the knowledge that I had acquired over that period.
Armed only with newly acquired skills and mobilizing his initial capital from clients' down payments, while working from a hired studio and equipment to execute his assignments, Mukoma harnessed enough savings to rent out his first working space at Anniversary Towers.
I had to apply wisdom and tell them, I can do this for you. All you have to do is give me a deposit, and I'll do your work. So when they gave me the deposit, that's what I used to rent a studio and edit their work, because they had already done the filming. So I rented the studio and did their work, gave them, and got some profit. Then the next client came. We hired the camera, they paid deposit, we hired the cameras, hired the studio, and edit their work. So we continued like that, and accumulated the profit for some time. And with time now I was able to raise some capital to buy equipments.
And as they say, the rest is history. 6 years down the line, Paul Mukoma has gone ahead to put up an independent media service company which offers a wide range of services dealing in film, documentary and wedding productions, among other works.
In a month we can do around 20 to 25 videos. The pricing for doing a music video varies from very low to very high, depending on the category of video you would want and the equipments we have to use. So it can range from as low as 20,000 to as high as 500,000.
But Princecam Media has cut a niche for itself as a gospel music production house, with its list of clientele speaking volumes and most high-profile gospel artists making repeat visits here.
The works that have made us known, we did videos for people like Esther Home, the famous Kunadawa, Angela Chibalonza, Jibile. We've worked with Emmy Koske also, Taunet Nelel and Katau Banda and Kasoe, all those albums. Pastor Joan Wairimo, Muigai Wajoroge, Hezendongo. Hezendongo actually was my first client when I started the company.
Mukoma attributes the rapid business growth mainly to word-of-mouth advertising by previous clients, with clients' base ever expanding, enabling him to remain competitive in the market.
To me, the number one principle is to make sure the client is satisfied, even go beyond their expectation. Because that way they will refer another client to you.
Despite having not had formal training in media works, Paul Mukoma is currently employing 10 qualified staff who range from cameramen, video editors, directors and scriptwriters to enable him deal with the growing demand for quality works by his clients.
I took the challenges very positively, and every challenge taught me a new thing. Every challenge took me to a new level. So the challenges are there, but at no one point I felt that I wanted to go back to what I was doing before, the hotel.
But just like any other business outfit, Paul has future plans for his company, a vision he intends to pursue to realization.
Starting our own TV station, having a bigger media house and having a channel on satellite. Those are some of our goals. Having a school where we can train people.
They say to succeed, you need a sense of self-efficacy, struggle together with resilience to meet inevitable challenges and inequities in life, just like Paul has shown. For Movers and Shakers, I'm Tonny Sanya.